Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Ground Zero reporting for Times Network that we are doing for you, getting you minute-to-minute updates from Jammu and Kashmir, where the dastardly Pahalgam Baisaran Valley terror attack took place. As we speak, Union Home Minister is at the very spot where this terror attack took place. Let's also get you a conversation that Navika Kumar had on her show News Hour, where the guest spoke about this very terror attack that has now outraged Indian citizens.
You know, we are towards the end of flushing out terrorists. Something like this happens. Is it once again an attempt to bring back fear into the valley?
This is also a way to boost up and buck up the morale of the terrorists by the Pakistanis, saying that, we are still relevant here. Having said that, I think, the Prime Minister has said that, we will hit back hard. You must hit back hard at the infrastructure of the Pakistan Army and the Pakistan Army. Because these terrorists come to Kashmir. Many of them have that Fedayeen mindset and Fedayeen training. They come here, they'll fight, they'll die. And we lose so much. I mean, the media was saying that, there was a major who was unfortunately, he attained Veergati, a major. And they killed 2 terrorists in retaliation, and then they said that we have taken revenge. No, there is no comparison between an Indian Army officer and a terrorist from Pakistan. It's not one-on-one. It's not, the ratio is not correct. So unless you damage the Pakistan Army, this will not stop. That is the head of the snake, Navika. That is what I've been trying to bring out. Pakistan Army is the head of the snake. You can keep on killing terrorists in Kashmir, and you can keep on killing them. You've been killing them since 1990. It's been going on. It's not new. So it's very important that we know where the problem arises and how we can tackle the problem at the root. Otherwise, you'll keep on carrying out these operations for the next 50 years. It won't matter to Pakistan because they have these disposable assets, Navika.
I think we really need to heat up the border in Kashmir. And we need to heat up the border along the entire international border. We need to start pressurizing the Pakistan Army that they think that some kind of a foray is coming from Indian side at any level. There are various means. There are professionals sitting on your show right now, General Dhillon being one of them, who can tell you that how this can be done. You just keep moving troops up and down, trying to unsettle the Pakistanis. You pump in, you start massive firing across the line of control. You heat up the border to a point where the Pakistanis feel that something is coming from India, and they will need to keep a large part of their forces on the Indian front, which means that there will be major gaps on the Western front. And if nothing else, the ability of the Pakistan Army to circulate the troops will get so much limited. But you have to be prepared that there will be retaliation from the Pakistani side. And then if you think that, look, okay, fine, if they retaliate, then we are not going to do anything because it will escalate nuclear environment, etc., then I think you have to put the fear of the nuclear bomb in the Pakistanis also.
Innocent, unarmed tourists of a particular religious faith were segregated and killed. So this is not the act which could have been planned by, normal terrorist organization or the front TRF, which is actually a front for Lashkar-e-Toiba. This has been planned by Pakistan military in Pakistan. And I would agree with Mr. Sreen that we have to hit Pakistan Army, because that is where it hurts the most, that is where it will bleed the most, and that is where it pains the most. And because Pakistan Army is the main perpetrator of the whole thing, of this terrorism business happening in Kashmir and elsewhere. But retaliate we must, because if we don't retaliate, he will do it again. And when we retaliate with the message, you try and do something back, and you see what hits you again.
You're right.
Massive retaliation, if he retaliates back, should be the norm. And it should be made very clear. It should be announced when we go in for the retaliation. But we would go in at the time and place of our own choosing. Escalation of our own choosing, keeping the reserves ready to hit back in whatever way he retaliates back.